end zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Levis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Levis got his man. It's Warren.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Like 5-4! Like 5-4!
Levis back to throw.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. Good, set.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28.
That one a first down pickup of 8. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Straight ahead, Shipley.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Like 54. Set.
Levis sets up to throw here. That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they...
Levis in trouble, down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Hey, 73, 73.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll go to Barkley again, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game. Plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
33 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Here's a give to Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Complete. Smith has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A handoff to Barkley, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jahan Dotson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike zero, Mike zero.
Now Levis. He's got this complete to Robinson.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here and an 11-point. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Two on left. Delta.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set. Delta.
On 3rd down, they go with Shipley.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Like 24. Set.
Levis looking to throw. That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
On the option, here's Spears.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Levis to throw it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On the run, it's Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. This one complete down the field to Gotti. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now out come the Giants.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Hey, come on, come on. Here.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Levis from the gun.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
In motion, Slayton. Back to throw, it's Levis.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
In motion, Slayton. Here's Levis.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Jalen Carter
able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He finds Robinson. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Like 54. Yeah, like 54.
in motion right is Robinson. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
Like 13, like 13.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Levis back to throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Well, the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And with that last run, that's going to move him over 1,000 yards rushing now for the year. So a nice milestone to hit in what has been an exceptional season on the ground.
Hey, thumbs up, alert. Nope.
A first down carry for Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's
free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Levis.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Levis out of the shotgun now. That one taken in by Neighbors.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Now 3rd down and very long.
454, Mike 54.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the